All content featured on the Taylor Show is intended for entertainment purposes only. All stories discussed herein are based on alleged events and personal opinions. Nothing shared should be taken as fact or professional advice. Any viewpoints expressed are solely those of host and do not represent any business or organizations.
Hello and welcome back to the Taylor Show, the show where we talk about one thing and one thing only, and that's me. Hi, I'm your host, I'm Taylor Brooke, and today you're stuck with me. You thought I was going to introduce a guest. You thought Dave was going to be here. You thought David was going to be here. No, it's me. It is a full episode where you're stuck with me. Okay, so anybody that's left that hasn't tuned out yet, we also have Nate Weaver, husband here. He's on mic as well. He's going to keep me accountable and truthful during this whole podcast episode because, frankly, doing a solo ep is a little scary.
Wait, you're going to hold me to both of those stipulations?
Yeah.
I don't know if we can do that.
So I think we should start out with talking about why I needed you on mic, and it's because everyone on the internet, and by everyone I mean moms on the internet, last week I should issue a public apology for some things that I said on this podcast because it was very insensitive and graphic in nature. I'm kidding. I'm not fucking sorry at all. Talking about shaken baby syndrome and talking about suffocating fake babies is funny. That's funny. It's satirical. And you work with the fake babies.
I do.
And have you shaken them? You've shaken them up before.
Well, they don't. The thing is, like, it's not like they have like bones or anything in their body. So like you pick it up, it just kind of wobbles.
Yeah.
Like it literally just sits, like it's kind of just like rubbery.
No.
So it shakes regardless.
Literally.
Yeah.
So I got a lot of comments that say things of the sort, Taylor should never have kids, Taylor is going to be an awful mom. And to that I say, Casey Anthony was a mom. Mic drop. So if Casey Anthony can have a kid, I'd be fine, okay? I'd be fine. At least I wouldn't actually kill my kid. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm annoyed about that. I'm also annoyed about Staples, and I'm not even bleeping out their name this time.
Okay.
Not even bleeping it out because I don't care, and I never want to work with them, ever.
Okay.
Mark my words on this podcast. I'm waiting to get a cease and desist now or something. So I've been struggling with Staples for a while, and there's 2 locations near me. I have a lot of printing needs. You know, a girl with a podcast, a girl who's doing this stuff 24/7. I gotta print stuff. AKA these cards, my business cards, sometimes a nice coffee cup, a t-shirt, some accessories, whatever it is, whatever Staples offers, I buy. And I buy with pride because they do it same day. Allegedly, they say same day. 8 a.m. is when Staples opens, so what do? This happened twice at the 2 Staples closest to me. I order business cards, 8 o'clock in the morning. I go to pick them up around 3:30. They should be done. There is zero excuse why you can't print 50 business cards. In how many hours is that, Nate?
Like 8?
Okay, sure, 8 hours. Yeah, that should be plenty of time if you're capable of doing your job correctly, which obviously the employees at Staples are not. Because one, the first location I went to, they were like, sorry, we can't print your cards. I was like, okay, whatever. This was like 6 months ago. I think I talked it on the podcast. And the girls were mean. And I was like, okay, whatever. I'm going to call your district manager on you and have them launch an investigation at your Staples store. So they did. I'm like that annoying person that follows up like on the investigation. I'm like, so like, how was it? So I can't go to that Staples anymore. So I go to a different Staples, and this happened last week. And I get there, I ask for the business cards, and they did that thing where they, you know, when you're in a pharmacy and you don't want anyone to like hear your name, when they're like, okay, prescription for Taylor, like, don't scream it. Don't scream it. No one's business. Nobody's business. They did that at Staples, and they used my real last name, which just bugs me in general. It's like, why? Like, call me Taylor Brooke, which is exactly what was on there, but because you saw what my credit card was, like, you used my last name, fine. They say, yeah, your cards aren't ready, and they're not going to be ready until 7 o'clock. So I looked at this man in the eyes, and I said, I fucking hate Staples. And I stand by that. So I can't go back to that Staples. So Nate did.
Yes,
and what happened when you went?
I was told they knew exactly who you were. Basically, I walked up to the front where you pick up the prints and all that kind of stuff. And I said, oh, yeah, like I got something waiting. He goes, okay, what's the last name? I said, Marcin. I think there was a phone call. He's like, yeah, I remember. I was like, oh, Yeah, I don't think we're coming back here now either.
So now I can't go to Staples. So I'm looking for like independent printers. So
Yeah.
if you want to collab, let me know. If you're a kind person, I think we're gonna get along just fine. But yeah, the whole Staples organization and I are not in good standing.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
left me like one of those things actually this morning. I got a, hey, can you leave your feedback on the business cards? Yeah, you know what? I can leave my feedback. They were flimsy. They were sloppily printed. I'm just disgusted. I'm sweating thinking about it.
I
But
mean, yeah, who needs Staples? We live in Pennsylvania. We can go to Dunder Mifflin.
exactly.
That's the way I think about it.
Yeah, no, you're right.
That's just me.
The people's printing people. What are that? What was it?
The
People's printing paper people.
yeah, the people person paper people.
Oh, that's what it was. Oh my god, that theme song used to stick in my head. Not the
people
Dunder.
person
Yeah,
paper
that. Yeah.
people. Dunder Mifflin.
Yes, yeah,
Huh?
that's exactly what I'm talking about. So I needed to get that out. That feels therapeutic in some sense to like, talk about Staples and have myself be heard and seen.
I understand.
Yeah. Okay. I had a crazy day today.
Yeah, what happened?
Crazy day. So I wake up as one does, and I think it's a perfect day for the pool. I'm gonna go to the pool. So, and by the pool I mean my parents' house. So I pack up the dog, not both the dogs, just one. So I brought the big one, and I was like, okay, let's see if she swims. She's new. Rescue. We adopted her. She's a poodle. So you think maybe she'll swim. Maybe she'll love this. She's pitch black, so it was hot outside. I was like, she's going to love this. No one's home besides my sister. And I was like, okay, this is perfect. I'm going to swim. Maybe Ken's will jump in the pool with me. She didn't. Was not a fan. I dipped her toes in the water and she liked that, but I think she was just like, why is my mother screaming and jumping into the middle of this body of water? Forgot that I didn't bring a towel or a change of clothes. So my sister had to let me in while she was like in the middle of her workout. So it was like a whole thing to change. Then I leave. I gracefully leave my parents' house. And I parked in the middle of the driveway. They have a pretty large driveway. You can attest to this.
Yeah, it's pretty long too.
Yeah, I just parked in the middle because I was like, no one's home. It's fine. Nobody's home. I'm just going to park in the middle of the driveway. No one's going to be home for hours. So I go to leave, and obviously I didn't think anybody could get in the garage. So I leave. I go home. And about an hour later, my mom texts me. And she goes, are you mad at me? And I was like, why? Why? If you know me and my mom fighting is like the worst thing in the whole entire world. It doesn't happen. Like we're best friends. It's really strange when it does happen. So I'm thinking, what did I do to her? What did I say? And she goes, you left when I came home. Like, I guess I left the back door as soon as she opened the front door. And I didn't know, like, she could have gotten her car in when my car was in the middle of the driveway. She was like, I tried to back in the driveway like 4 times.
Wow.
Because your car was in the middle. And then I went downstairs to hang out with you. And I was like, going to hang out with you by the pool. And then you just left. And I was like, so no, I didn't mean to leave. Like, I didn't think she was home, but it was just very funny. I thought it was going to be a big fight. I just choked on my own spit. It sounded like I was getting worked up. I'm like about to cry. No, so it was very weird. Like, that was just a very weird incident. And like, I usually hang out with my parents at lunch, and it was strange. I love that I say that so casually. Lunchtime, me and my parents have lunch together like almost every day. And both of my parents had like other friends and other plans today. And honestly, it kind of hurt my feelings. Because then I call my sister and I'm like, hey, do you want to get coffee? She's like, listen, I have a really packed day. I'm like, you work for me. Like, what do you mean you have a packed day, Lexi? She's like, I got to do laundry. I got to work out. She's designing all of these cool merch items, which you guys are going to love. But yeah, very, very strange. So I felt like very left out.
I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. People have priorities.
Yeah.
Sometimes they come in the form of hairstylists and lawyers, you know? Last night, I was blowing out a candle, and I thought, you know what? It's weird that I blow out candles, and some people put the tops on them. Like, you know what I'm talking, like a Yankee candle, and then they have those metal tops, and they plop the top on top of the candle to unlight the candle. I think that's sociopathic. And we knew someone that did that, and that was the only time I've ever seen someone unlight a candle that way. How do you go about blowing out a candle? Do you blow it out?
Well, yeah, usually I blow it out.
Yeah.
But at the same point, I have seen, like, you put them out
And
with
that's a
topper.
sociopathic kind of.
I think it was church.
They did it at church?
Because they have those, like, little bell things that, like, put out the flames and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it was a church thing that I did.
Okay. Interesting. No, I still think it's sociopathic.
I
It doesn't
agree.
change my mind at all.
Well, when you're doing it at home to like a home goods candle,
Yes. Like a nice 3-wick candle.
Yeah.
You know?
No, those
They're
are pretty.
just odd.
Yeah, that is odd.
It's
And
an odd thing to do.
then you also get soot on the top of the lid, and I don't like that either.
Whole mess.
No.
It's a whole mess. So I think how you blow out your candles is really telling of what kind of person you are. But moving on from that, because I do think you're a sociopath if that's how you blow out your candles, I wish that... Okay, so the other day 911 went out in Pennsylvania, which is weird. Okay, 911 just stops working. Don't love that for us, but it happened. And then I was thinking, I wish there were a 911 that was just for calling people out. Like, say someone's a real jerk to you. You could call 911 and it's just like a little hotline and you're like, well, Jerry from Newtown Square was a big dick to me today and I hate him because of this, and this. And then there should be someone or like a company on the other line that's like, all right, these cases are worth pursuing and these are not worth pursuing. And then they like deliver justice in whatever form they believe is correct.
Okay, does it have to require like legal stance, or are you just calling to say, yo, this guy was a dick? And
No legal stance. It should all just be like morally flexible behaviors. Like, I think I'm morally flexible as a human being. Like, I'm very good at justifying behavior. But with that said, if someone's a jerk, like, I think I can call it out. I can call out when I'm being a jerk.
Mhm.
I wasn't the nicest to the guy at Staples. Did he deserve it? Yeah, 1,000%. But I'm self-aware enough to know that I wasn't the nicest to him. And I think I can, you know what? I'm going to take this one step further. I can 1,000% say with every bone in my body that if I am a bitch to you, you deserve it. Mark my words. TM that. Trademark that. Because, maybe I'll create my own little hotline. My own 911 hotline.
I think we can probably do that, especially
think
with
we can
AI now.
Probably do that, yeah.
Huh.
Call in and tell me. It's like toxic hour, essentially.
Yeah. We got to, and the last 6 digits are going to be Taylor.
I love it.
Wow, we're coming up with this on the spot.
This is incredible. Oh my gosh, a little phone here. Imagine it. They just pick it up, a little hotline.
Brought to you by AT&T.
Brought to you by AT&T. Oh, God, I have a Verizon story to tell.
Ah.
Oh, man. I gotta... Okay, I'm going to tell it. Maybe I'll bleep out Verizon, because I do like Verizon a lot. And I want to say, like, I'm grateful for your service. Literally, your fucking service is amazing, especially in these hilly areas. I went to Verizon the other day, and we have Fios. We love it. Woohoo! Go Fios! We love Verizon Wireless. Slay. Big fans. I go there to drop off the old Fios box or whatever we had, and they were trying to give me $100, which sounds great, right? Like, yes, Slay, they want me to have $100, but they wanted me to return the newest box that I got and then take a new one and bring it home. And like, it's too much. I said no. No means no, okay? And they were like, okay, fine, we understand. And then they send out 2 managers to try to talk me into this, to give me $100. So I look at them and I say, what is in this for you? Because you don't want me to have that $100 so bad. You get some sort of little incentive from this on the backside. They're like, no, we just care about our customers. So someone from Verizon Corporate fact check me. What do they get? What do they get if they get you to bring that other box home and then get that $100 credit? What does it do for you? Because I have no idea why they kept me in the store for 28 whole minutes asking me to replace the box I just got. I was late to coffee because of that.
How dare they?
That's what I'm saying.
Wait, did they not know you were going to coffee?
Guess not. But you know what? The girl I was going to coffee with was held up at the bank because of her insider trading issue.
Gosh.
We've convinced ourselves, me and my best friend convinced ourselves that we've been insider trading, but I don't even work for a Fortune 500 company anymore, so I'm not insider trading anything. But, yeah, she might be.
No, she's not.
I know, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
She's not insider trading, people.
She's not insider trading. I also have a correction to make from last week's podcast that Crocs or coffee. I was asked to pick one, and I can't have the other, and I picked coffee. And I want to say that I regret that choice, and I would pick Crocs over coffee any day because I notice, even if I don't have coffee, I'm always in my Crocs.
Yeah, no matter what you are.
No matter what, I'm always in my Crocs. I wore Crocs to my wedding. I bought Crocs in New York City and threw out my high heels. You've all seen it. You've all seen the clip. So, yeah, I think I would do Crocs over coffee. But I don't want to have to ever choose, but that was more of like a Dave question. Crocs.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say your name's on the show, so I'm pretty sure if we want to get you some coffee and some Crocs, Taylor's allowed to do it.
I'm allowed to do it.
You're allowed to do it.
I'm allowed to do it. I don't watch Love Island, and I feel left out about it.
Why?
Because everyone's talking about it. I used to watch like the old Love Island UK ones, and I love that they have the same narrator. You know the narrator I'm talking about.
Yeah, from like
Yeah.
Scotland or whatever.
Whatever. Maybe Australia. Perhaps it's in Australia. Well, it's similar to the Y Files guy. Like he gives me like Y Files guy energy in that way.
The voices are also very, very noticeable.
Yes.
That's the biggest thing. Like they are both phenomenal voices. Just the pitch and tone.
Oh, you know who else?
Nerdy.
Sean Evans, Hot Ones. And that's something that I'm gonna go on record right now, and I'm gonna say that I would do 1,000%. I would go on Hot Ones. I would request ranch, which brings me to my next thing. I'm making enemies all over town here. Tell me why. You are a restaurant. You're a restaurant, right? Okay. You've taken it in. You've taken time to understand you own a restaurant. Wouldn't you put fucking ranch as a side on your menu? I think it's absolutely ridiculous. As someone who's loved Hidden Valley her whole life, my phone case used to be Hidden Valley. I keep little Hidden Valley ranch packets with me in my bag wherever I go, except last night when I didn't have ranch. And I just think it's weird to be at a restaurant and they're like, yeah, sorry, we don't have ranch. You don't have ranch? Do you hate yourself? Do you hate your customers? I don't get it. Not even homemade ranch, which isn't my favorite. Give me Hidden Valley or go, I don't like it. I don't like a second restaurant I've come in contact with that doesn't support ranch. And I just feel like we need, as a society, to stop letting this happen because that's the biggest thing that we should be worried about right now is the lack of ranch being served in this country. It's America, goddammit.
Yeah, and
put ranch on my table.
Yeah, and this was technically like, it was another culture but American fusion. And that is, I think, the number one condiment in America. Now, we got to check that, but I think ranch is now the number one condiment in America, like, hands down.
And it should be. I think, like, if you're a health-conscious restaurant and, like, you're like, listen, I'm not doing anything like that, and you make your own ranch, acceptable. You get a pass because you tried. The effort was there. But if you're going into 2025 and you're not serving ranch at your establishment, that's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, and I'm telling all of my friends, okay? Ugh. I'm still, like, upset about that. I'm upset about a lot of things today. This is great. I ghosted my therapist, so that's probably why the stream of consciousness is coming out so aggressively on this podcast. And I took it one step further. I texted Helen, my therapist, and I said, girl, I ghosted you. LOL, I'm so sorry. I'm actually ill and would need help. She says, OMG, girl, that happens all the time. No worries. When are you free? Gives me a list of dates. That was a week ago. And I've left her on red.
No.
I know.
Helen.
I don't know why. It's just like, I want to do therapy. I want to sit down and talk to her. But then I'm like, it's like an hour of my day. It's like a time commitment. It's something to do. And then when I think about the fact that I pay her to listen to me, it makes me sad. Because, like, what, we're not friends?
Oh, you're friends.
I think we're friends.
You are friends.
I think we are.
She's admitted that, too.
She said that, but is she saying that just because, like, I wouldn't trust her as much if she was like, listen, bitch, I actually hate you?
I don't think so, because I think at that level, she can just be like, oh, I'm your healthcare provider.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm here to help you, and I'm happy to help you, but, like, no, we're not friends. That kind of thing.
Well, and I also asked her, like, if I saw her at our local Target, would she say hi? And she's like, no, I can't do that. You would have to say hi to me. And I said, no, that would cause a lot of trust issues with us in our relationship. You can't have me go up and say hi to you. That's so weird. I would think you didn't like me. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, HIPAA. Hate
HIPAA,
that stuff.
Man.
God, the government.
Speaking of things that I didn't think really existed, like the government, we're going to talk about Nova Scotia. Who here knew that Nova Scotia was a real place? Nope, put that hand down. No one, okay? Nobody did. Vernier and I were looking at a map, as two girls do some days, and we were like, Nova Scotia's a real place? Didn't know that. 14-hour drive from Philadelphia. I don't know if I would ever really want to go there. Canada. But still, it exists. I thought it was like a fairy tale land that people wrote books about. And they were like, we went to Nova Scotia. And like, no, it's like a legitimate property owned by the Canadian government. But there's like islands. There's a St. John's Island up there, allegedly. And up there, I mean north. Did a lot of cartography the past couple days.
Yeah. People don't know there's a good bit of beaches up in Canada.
Yeah, I saw that on Google Maps.
They're only open for like a month and a half out of the year,
Exactly.
but they're beaches.
But they're beaches.
Yeah.
Well, I was also thinking, I don't understand geography in the best way possible, and we all know that. But when you take a plane, if you take a plane and you're going to Australia, it freaks me out that we go left,
Like,
west,
towards California.
towards California. It's weird that we do that, and we don't go right, like over Africa and the rest of the continents over there to get there. I feel like that'd be a quicker journey. But then, the equator, latitude, longitude,
Right.
climate change,
Yeah.
wind.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a reason.
Yeah, totally.
Cheating makes me uncomfortable. And you know who else it makes uncomfortable? The CEO of Astronomer, who was caught at the Coldplay concert last night, cheating on his wife with the head of HR. And I love it. They were jamming to Yellow, and they were having the time of their life. They probably took an edible beforehand, and then right on them. That's awesome. And the wife of the Astronomer guy just changed her last name on Facebook back to her maiden name. Slay. That's awesome. Divorce court, you're good. That video is viral. You'll be getting alimony, more than half of whatever he has. Awesome.
And the reactions from both of them, they obviously were like, oh shit, we got caught.
He ducked. The fact that he jumped down, even though she has a partner and even he had a partner, like whatever the situation was, the fact that you jumped down like a little No, stand up like a man and be like, listen, yep, I'm going to own it. I'm at this Coldplay concert with my mistress. At least she's cute. She wasn't ugly.
No.
Dave would have dated her.
Probably, yeah.
Probably. Mm-hmm. She turned around. I get it. Whatever. She was embarrassed. She covered her face with her hands. But the fact that she just plummeted, it was so uncomfortable and embarrassing. And that makes me hate you even more.
Now,
I don't even know what Astronomer is.
Neither do I.
Oh, okay.
No, but did, because I thought I saw this. Did Chris Martin call them out?
I don't know. I saw a tweet, but I don't think a tweet an X. I don't know if it was real though.
That is absolute savage.
Chris
if he
Martin,
did.
I just want to remind everyone that Chris Martin is a freaking weirdo. He married Gwyneth Paltrow and they had a daughter and they named her Apple. If you name your kid Apple, there's something off. I'm not saying we wouldn't be friends, Chris. Actually, no, Chris Martin, you and I have beef. We do. Chris Martin and I have legitimate beef because I was supposed to come to one of your intimate shows. Let me tell you this. Ugh, what can I say and what can I say? Okay, Chris Martin, if you're seeing this, yes, I've talked shit on your ex-wife and your daughter's name being Apple. Whatever. You had to prepare for this when you named your kid Apple. And by marrying Gwyneth Paltrow, founder of Goop, queen, but also had a candle that smelled like her vagina. So, let's not let that slip from our memory. I had these, it wasn't even tickets because it was in conjunction with where I was working. But anyway, Chris Martin was supposed to let me hang out. And Chris Martin didn't. And you know what? I take that very personally. Very personally. It was a really small venue. No one was going to be there. I think 10 people ended up being there. And it was you're not going to let me come and do my job while you're here. It would make sense if I could talk more about this story and give some details that would make you guys understand my side. But it was rude. Thought it was a little rude.
Mm-hmm.
You're Coldplay. You're Coldplay. It's like Maroon 5. Come on. But hilarious. I loved Jersey Shore to the point where I had these slippers. It was pre-Croc era for me, but they were these massive cheetah print slippers, and they were made by Snooki, and they had laces, but they were bubbly and thick and made of cotton. It was so funky, but I wore them everywhere, down the beach.
Did you have to tie those once?
No, but it looked like
Right?
laces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I do remember that.
You know what I'm talking
yes,
about?
I do.
Everybody had them. That with the Victoria's Secret sweatpants with the pink on the butt,
Yep.
which we saw the other day at Victoria's Secret. Making a comeback the early 2000s. I love this. Victoria's Secret, big fan. Send me merch. I would love to be on your PR list. That's what Sabrina Carpenter wore on tour. Her whole tour
Really?
was brought to us by Victoria's Secret. I love that.
Most of her outfits just kind of looked like lingerie, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Well, yeah, they were. Yeah.
Were they actually lingerie?
Yeah, it was lingerie, and a bunch of the lingerie that they did, they encrusted with crystals and rhinestones and stuff. So it was stuff you can buy from Victoria's Secret. But obviously, you're not getting the Swarovski crystals.
So when does she get the invite to the Victoria's Secret show?
I don't know.
Basically, they just made her own entire wardrobe for that show.
Did.
It seems like, yeah. That's awesome. Good for her.
So cool. That's such a cool collab and sponsorship. I'm obsessed with that.
Mm-hmm.
Dads like it when you ask them for money, and dads also like it when you ask them to do things for you.
That's very true.
I think it is.
That is very true.
Like, I feel like my parents love me so much that if I were like, hey, I need $20,000 in cash, they would be like, we're so happy to give this to you. Like, we love you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not drinking coffee right now. We're drinking refreshers, and I was just thinking this like 2 minutes ago. This is pretty good.
I'm loving this.
I like love these for the summer.
All over the summer. Yeah, the strawberry acai during the summer. This is just water too, right? Not the lemonade?
Not the lemonade.
See, the lemonade is really good, but it's really sweet.
Really sweet and strong, yeah.
And I don't know about you, but once that sugar hits me, especially because there's so much sugar with the strawberries and everything else, that just drags me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be sitting there, at the pool at your parents' house drinking one of these bad boys, and then like a half hour afterward, I will probably just be sunken into that chair because like I just feel like
nap.
I can't move.
Taking a little nap with the dogs.
Aww.
With the girls.
Yeah.
I say a lot. I've noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
Just like as a fourth wall breaking. That's annoying, but it's a great drinking game.
It's all right.
If you like the How I Met Your Mother, I noticed I was doing a in the last episode, and I was like, I would be wasted right now if I were playing this drinking game with Ted's class.
You absolutely would be. I think we should do that one night. We're going to watch back on this, and we're going to play a drinking game. A shot every time you say You'll stop saying real quick, I think.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. Wait a second. You guys play too. Every time she says you take a drink, and then you comment something brand new every time you take a drink. I don't care. Just come up with something off your drunken head.
I kind of love it.
Right.
Or comment what you're drinking.
Yeah.
Like okay, speaking of drinking, I stopped drinking for a little bit last year, and then I realized, why would I dull my happiness like that, It was like, it's making me anxious. I think I was just thinking that drinking was making me anxious, and like, really, I should just keep going to therapy, right? So instead of going with the tequila summer, which I usually do, I love tequila. Oh my God. But this summer, I'm a gin girl. A nice G&T, a nice sapphire and tonic. I love it. You can't get a better drink than a G&T with 3 lemons. I'm not a big fan of the limes. A lemon lime, I know most people do that, but I like 3 lemons.
You usually don't like odd numbers, though.
No. But whenever I would order a tequila soda, like just growing up when you walked to your local bar as a kid and order your tequila soda, I would always get 3 lemons. It was just like my thing.
So why? Why 3 though?
Because it like fit on the glass perfectly. Actually, Dave will tell you. There's a picture of me and Dave at this random Christmas party. I'll put it right here, and then I'll Photoshop out the other people that Dave and I don't talk to anymore. But we were at this random Christmas party or holiday party, and there was an open bar, and there were like 2 bartenders, and they were both like younger guys. Like, they were just trying to make tips. Mm-hmm. And like, it's a radio party. Like, you ain't making many tips. Like, we're not making money. You're barely making anything off us. But they were like having a blast. So they were pouring like heavy pours. And I remember Dave coming up to me and being like, that's a lot of lemons for such a small drink. And I was like, have you tried this drink? And he took a sip and was like, holy shit, this is just gin. Like, this is just a shot of gin. Yeah.
Basically, their chaser was just the lemon juice.
Just the lemon juice, yeah. So I was like, okay. But yeah, that's what I would do, tequila and gin. And like, now I'm like back on that path. I just think wine is like not my thing all the time.
Okay. No, like tequila for me, it makes me feel uppity. It gives me it's a little bit more of a positive feeling instead of like the normal depressive feeling. You kind of feel laid back when you drink. Do you get that with gin?
Yeah.
Okay,
gin
more of a
makes
laid
me
back?
Feel calm. You know how I get with a martini. I love a martini. Extra dirty martini with blue cheese olives and stateside vodka. Ooh, gosh, tempt me, baby. But no, I'm mean.
Yeah,
I get mean. Yeah.
I can attest to that
everybody but myself. I love myself when I have a martini.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm like, I am perfect. Everyone else is wrong. I'll start a fight. I'll say something insensitive. And it's never, that's the thing. It's not with you. Like, you would think, like, if I get mad when I'm drunk, that I would automatically take it out on Nate. No, it's usually, and this is so sad, but it's usually, like, one of my friend's boyfriends. Like, remember when I was like, this is awful. I don't even care. I'm just telling this story at this point. It was a long day of just drinking and having fun, and I remember looking across the table and going, so you're a nationalist, huh? No, there is no reason for it. And I said it like it was such an awful thing. I'm like, okay, you're a nationalist. He's like, what? We're not even talking about America.
We
what
weren't
are you
talking politics.
We're not even talking about traveling. And just for some reason, I was like, what could like hurt his feelings?
Oh my gosh! The one time you said to him too. Oh, what? You just don't like trends?
Oh my God! Yeah, I was like, what? You just think you're too good to
For
be
trendy?
So mean.
And I was sitting there thinking, this poor guy. All he's trying to say is, I don't
reason.
like pickleball.
Yeah, that was
Just
it.
saying,
And I was like, oh, you're too good to play pickleball.
Yeah.
And no, nicest guy in the whole entire world. I just get mean.
Yeah. You really wanted to play pickleball, I guess. We've never
No,
played.
I have no desire to do anything that requires like physical activity, really, besides my menopause workout class. Moving on from that, yeah, big G&T girl these days. I was poisoned once, and we should talk about it because I poisoned myself again by accident last week. So I can't have dairy, guys. I can't have dairy. I'm lactose intolerant, and god damn it, I hate it. So if I don't have my lactates in my purse, if you don't know what lactates are, they're the best things ever. Actually, I must have taken them. Oh, here we go. Did I take them all? If you don't have little lactates with you everywhere you go, you're not truly lactose intolerant. So I always take a lactate. One day I was poisoned where someone said, hey, do you want a coffee? And I said, yeah. She goes, great, I'm making a latte. And then puts whole milk in it. And then they knew that I was lactose intolerant. So she poisoned me. I won't forget that ever. You know who you are. And so the other night I thought it was a great idea. Actually, it was the last time we recorded the podcast. We recorded the podcast. We went out and had a beer and jalapeno poppers or something.
Yeah.
I go home. I'm fine. Living my best life. I was like, I'm going to take a little nap. It was a long day. We recorded for an hour. We sat in the sun. Did we sit in the sun? No, we were just inside the bar. But it felt like we sat in the sun, you know? We leave. We go home, take a little nap. I wake up. I say, oh my God, I could devour some mac and cheese. Bring me to the closest place that has mac and cheese. We go into our cabinet. There's no Kraft mac and cheese. So we have to order it. And I just thought in my head, I'm so hungry. I'm fine. I'm going to eat the mac and cheese. I devoured it. Usually I get a kid size like serving of the mac and cheese because I know my limits. I don't want to test the lactates too much, you know? I trust you, but I need to look out for me. So I eat the whole mac and cheese. I'm fine. I go to sleep. I wake up at 2, 3 in the morning, and I'm up all night. And I have such anxiety because when I feel sick, I automatically think, okay, this is my demise. And what is my obituary going to look like? What is my epitaph going to say? Who's going to take my bags? Is my sister going to steal my shoes? Probably. Will she sell them? Probably. Don't have an outstanding will right now. And just like, I don't want to miss big things like in my life. I'm spiraling right now just thinking about it. Like, what have I accomplished? So I'm freaking out, crying, sick, and it was the worst thing in the world. So I just want to tell everyone that I'm a survivor, okay? I survived being poisoned by someone else and myself. And
she's a lactose survivor over
I'm a
here.
lactose survivor. That sounds like great merch.
That's actually pretty good.
Speaking of merch, we have a lot more merch coming. If you like the hat that says Taylor, 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 then you can order that on my website. There's a shop option on there now. You should be able to check it out. That hat, we have t-shirts that say Taylor, Taylor, Taylor. We also have some fun croc charms coming. My sister is designing, what are they called, widgets?
Yeah, the little widgets.
Little widgets. She's designing these widgets, which are just so freaking cool. And because I call you guys my little gremlins, we have a new tote bag coming out. And it says, I am a certifiable member of the Grem Den.
Stop.
And it has a little gremlin on it that is holding a coffee, a microphone, and smoking a cigarette. And at the bottom it says, the Taylor, Taylor, Taylor Show. So it's like a little tote bag. They're so cute. They're going to be dropping soon, probably in the next week or so. And again, I have my sister to thank for helping me with all the artwork and designing a little gremlin with a cigarette and a coffee and a microphone. So it's exciting.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about the tote bag. That's awesome.
It's so cool. I have to show you the mock-up
please
when we leave. But yeah, I think you guys are really going to love it. Something else that is exciting is You, me, Dave, we are all doing something really incredible soon for Philadoptables. Now, we can't say what we're doing yet because we're in negotiations. You know how it is. That's showbiz, baby. But we're doing something really big soon for Philadoptables, and I can't wait. It's not even anything that you'd think at all. Right, Nate?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
No, I'm
it's
very
out
excited.
of left field, but it's very on brand for this podcast and what we do here and what we talk about here. Yeah, I'm excited for fall. Like I said, not for football, but for everything else.
Well, I'm sorry you're not excited for football, but
It's just like the whole day.
yeah,
The
it is.
whole Sunday is like...
Yeah. It's the best, 19 Sundays of my life. The
Is
greatest.
it really 19?
I think with the Super Bowl, it might be like 21 or something like that.
We play the Cowboys, correct? In the first game?
I think so, yeah.
That's kind of fun. Have
Yeah.
you seen all the controversy surrounding the cheerleaders?
In Dallas?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were severely underpaid, right?
Yeah, and any girl that like stuck up and said, listen, I want more money. I deserve it. They were like, okay, fine. You're fired then.
Yep.
That's crazy.
That's everywhere. Like, I will say this: cheerleaders do not get paid enough for the amount of money that football teams make. I went
1,000%.
I went to college with multiple Eagles cheerleaders, and they were still in college when they were cheering for
Right.
They weren't making even a full-time
No,
salary.
most
In
of
any
my
way,
dance teachers growing up were cheerleaders.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically just more of a resume thing. I come to find, because these people end up going out and teaching, but it's like, oh, it's super cool, you're on the Eagles dance team. But no, those people are professional dancers. They should be getting Jeffrey, Lori, pay the damn cheerleaders, all right?
Jeffrey, come on.
Come on, dude.
Come on, Jeff. Can I call you Jeff? Even the 76ers dancers, they're crazy talented.
Of course they are.
Crazy talented. I never really took note of them until recently. And I was like, ooh, you guys are kind of fire. Makes me want to go to a basketball game. I don't even think they're in season.
They are not anymore. No.
Basketball freaks me out just in the way of like when you're courtside and it's like right there, you're like, they're going to get me. And like, what? Have you ever been, let's talk about first world problems. Have you ever been courtside at a basketball game and you want to just grab the basketball when it comes near you? Because I always just want to lunge and just grab it just to scare them a little bit, see if they're really on their mark.
Yeah.
But then I could get kicked out of Wells Fargo Center for the rest of my existence. And like as a entertainment reporter and a woman that you guys trust to get out there on the scene, I don't want that to happen.
No, you don't want that at all.
No, I don't want that to happen. I was trying to find concerts recently to go to of people touring. Not a great lineup for Philadelphia.
Who'd you find?
Cyndi Lauper.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, girls want to have fun. I agree. Yeah, they fucking do. But,
My Chemical Romance is coming.
I don't care about that. The 1975 I would go and see, but they only played in England.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Taylor Swift I'd go and see.
I'd see Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce on tour.
Wait, can we just get Travis and Jason up on the stage? I think we can just have a show of New Heights replace
Okay.
the Taylor Swift
I would
Eras
just
tour.
like to say, again, on this podcast, Kylie, I'm a big fan of yours, and I hope to run into you in Manayunk because I will be in Manayunk recording second week in August, so I hope you're there. I just want her to meet me because I feel like Kylie would love me. And I'm not being, like, conceited about this. I just think that she's very, very unhinged, and I love that.
And Travis, Jason, want to get a beer? Taylor can come too. The other, not this one. She's doing interviews with Kylie. So like Taylor Swift, you're more than welcome to hang out with us. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm going to hang out with Taylor instead of you.
You'll probably bring my mom too.
I probably will. And we'll probably end up closing down the bar.
Oh, no.
You know
my
us.
mom would be the one to get Taylor Swift to be like, listen, this is who I really love. This is who this song's about. This, like, I could see my mom and her having a heart-to-heart, and then my mom coming out and being like, I can't tell you what we talked about. I promised her.
Yep.
It was a secret.
They're going to be having the heart-to-heart. Me, Travis, and Jason will just be taking shots at the bar.
Love it.
Woo!
Woo! Jason looks like that kind of dad that's, like, going to go to his kids' frat parties, you know? Or, like, sorority bashes.
Absolutely.
He looks like that kind of dad. Like, who did that? Recently, he went to his son's fraternity and, like, DJ'd. Who was that?
I don't know. Who
It
did
was
that?
Adam Sandler, I think. Adam Sandler did. And I think that's amazing.
Oh, my God. I could see that.
like, imagine just being famous and you're like, I'm just going to do this for fun. I'm just going to go DJ my kids. event. Chris Martin, are you doing that for Apple? Are you?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. We have to go to the Goop store in the West Village, by the way.
Okay.
We haven't been. We go up to New York a good bit now, and I've slowly been showing Nate around the city and like different parts I like, but we haven't quite gotten to the West Village, and that's the part of the city that I think you're gonna love the most because of the architecture. Very Ted Mosby-esque of you. And the people watching is so much fun. We were actually, I was in the Goop store with one of my friends, and we overheard two girls. They ran into each other. I guess they had known each other prior to running into each other at the Goop store professionally. And the girl goes, oh, so like, what are you up to now? And she goes, I'm actually going to the Met tonight for a Hailey Bieber's event. And I was like, you're doing what? Like, I was definitely eavesdropping, and I guess I hadn't seen each other in a while, and the girl invited the other girl to go with her. And I was like, ooh, that's a good friend.
That is a good friend.
That was a good, right place at the right time, you know?
Right. And you never know at this point when Justin Bieber's just going to show up and do
you don't
something
know.
crazy.
And, like, just be wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane.
Drink.
Okay. Next week, same guest, same vibe. It'll be Dave Cruz. Nate will still be on mic. We're happy to call Westchester Studios our new home for the podcast. Yay!
Woo!
So they have locations in Westchester, Pennsylvania, and King of Prussia. So I'm so excited. I'm really excited to try out the KOP Studios.
Yeah, I'm excited to see those.
Right after this, we have to schedule the KOP studio date because, guys, backed by popular demand, David, not Dave, is coming on the podcast.
It's been so long.
So long, and he's joining us with his boyfriend.
Oh, Christian's coming?
Christian's coming on the pod.
I've never met him.
And I said, I don't want to scare him because we've only met a couple times. And he was like, no, he loves you. He loves your energy. So we'll see if that's the same after we spend an hour on mic together. But I'm so excited.
He's going to have a very different opinion. No, I'm joking.
He's going to be like, this is your friend Taylor? Like, I thought she was funny, but, like, that's a little much. She's over here shaking babies and shit, you know?
Well, that's funny.
Yeah, right?
That's
it's funny.
Yeah.
To circle back, it's funny. And if you don't think it's funny, then that's on you. Also, if I'm calling you Brenda on the internet, it's not because I mispronounced your name or, like, I got it wrong. These moms don't get it. I'm like, okay, Brenda. And someone replied and said, my name isn't Brenda. No, Brenda's my name for anybody that's just a little annoying.
It's your Karen.
It's my Karen.
Well, it's a step before Karen then, right?
Well, but you see, I can't use the name Karen because
Why?
that's David's mom's name, and I love Karen.
Oh, yeah, you can't use Karen.
Yeah, so, like, I'm not going to use the name Karen in vain.
Yeah.
I'm not like that.
No,
you know?
that makes sense.
I'm not doing blasphemy over here.
No.
Okay, thank you so much, little gremlins, for watching or listening to the Taylor Show this week. So happy to have you, and we're so happy to be here at Westchester Studios, and we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.